The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
You are now listening to the radio show ATL.
So, you know, my brother's expecting this nice intro and all that good stuff. But look, hey, you tuned in. You know where you at. You're listening to the radio show. We got a full house. We got some other folks that's going to join us, but we got
the real nigga version at that.
Okay, there we go. That version. You heard it here first. That guy is Big Debo, my black friend. Check out the podcast. We got Glock Lesnar in the building, aka Drayless, aka whatever you want to call him, but we just call him Dre.
Listen, you need to come on my black friend because you got about as many aliases as me and Danny right now. That's kind of wild.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Jim's been calling him Drizzle lately, but you know, y'all know who he is if you listen to OTG. Hell, he's like Debo at this point. He's part of the show. He just shows up when he wants. Shout out to Dre for joining us tonight. And then we got the one and only Uncle Krys putting us up on game one way.
You know what I mean? Making sure y'all clean so y'all can get in between, you know.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you what's the quote for tonight. You got one for us?
You know it. You know I come with something like making sure the word is heard, putting a little paint where it ain't.
Man, this nigga here, bro.
Hey, bro.
I'm gonna nominate you for nigga of the year, for real.
Hey, no, there's a dude that me and him both found recently, bro, and that dude funny as hell, man.
Oh yeah. What's his name? Is
the coldest mortician, bro.
The coldest mortician.
This man's job is to like put people to rest, and he out here wilding, bro. Straight wild.
The video I posted on my IG today, that old albino looking cat.
Yeah, bro, that's him, dog. And that man really said when that video I sent you, Krys, people was commenting and said, "Is that Malcolm Y instead of Malcolm X?" Because he looked like Malcolm X. They call him Malcolm Y.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, he actually
Malcolm
from Louisiana
Y.
now. I think he's from Shreveport.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah.
I gotta be.
All right, well, let's get into it. We got our first topic, bro. We got to talk about the NFL draft. A week ago from today, the NFL draft first round went down, and if you join us on the OTG live stream, you got to hang out with us as we talked about these draft picks. We had some crazy surprises that we'll get into. Debo, I'm going to go ahead and let you have the floor, bro, because I feel like you've gone through all the stages of grief. I feel like you've been arguing back and forth with your fellow Atlanta fans. I just got to know where you at. Where's your headspace right now?
I mean, if you want to polarize a fan base, you could pay a quarterback $180 million over 4 years and then draft a quarterback with the 8th overall pick. It's an Atlanta thing to do. And honestly, I'm going to blame you and all the motherfucking Saints fans because it's your fucking fault. Because you sent that motherfucker Terry Fontenot over here. Okay? How in the fuck y'all going to send that nigga over here to me and he make these stupid fucking picks? You know what I'm saying? This nigga take a skill player for the first pick every fucking round for 4 straight years. It's wild to me. Okay? And I see when y'all had him what he was doing. Because in free agency, I like his moves. They make sense. They're economical for the most part. They make sense. He's good. He finds gems. Like last year, he brought in Calais Campbell and Bud Dupree, and they were our leading sack getters for last year. It makes sense. But then in the draft, this nigga be stuck on stupid, bro. At this point, ain't nothing I could do about it, right? Only thing we could do is take for what they say at face value is he's the quarterback of the future, and we gonna play Kirk Cousins for 2 years because the way they got the money broke down, we gotta play him for 2 years, right? He owed $90 million for the first 2 years. After that, it's only $10 million, and the cap hit against the cap. We could cut him in year 3. So you know what it is too. Desmond Ridder was so fucking trash And Marcus Mariota was so fucking trash that it has emotionally scarred Arthur Blank. Emotional damage, if you will. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's that's what it is.
It's funny you brought that up because, you know, in a sense, you guys got lucky with Matt Ryan, right? Like you lose Michael Vick, and then Matt Ryan just falls into your lap, and it's like, wow, we got great quarterback.
And don't get it twisted. Now he didn't just fall into our lap because we was in purgatory with a quarterback for about 2 years after Michael Vick.
Oh, I thought
right?
it was about a year. I thought it was like a year.
It was about a year, but I think it's like a year and a half because after Mike Vick got left in the middle of the season, they brought in Byron Leftwich, which wasn't much. I mean, they paraded a bunch of motherfuckers to try to in that next year.
But I mean, and then like next draft, you draft a quarterback.
We draft a quarterback,
and he's there for the really what you would call a good tenure, right?
Right. And no, the best tenure. It's this is not a hot take. Matt Ryan is the greatest Falcon to ever play.
Yeah, yeah. You won't get an argument there.
But then you fuck around with Deshaun Watson. You piss off your greatest quarterback in your franchise's history, and he requests a trade, and you didn't have a succession plan. However, from what the reports have been saying, Raheem Morris tried to tell them this shit in 2020 when he was interviewing for the job. Like, we need a succession plan for Matt Ryan. He getting old, and they didn't believe it. They didn't want to hear it. That Arthur Smith said, "Oh no, I can make it work for Matt Ryan for the next 3-4 years," and that shit didn't work. And this is the reason why Raheem Morris got the job now, because I guess the things that he was saying was going to happen to the Falcons. There's a not D better, but it's a new ESPN reporter for the Falcons now. He was on the sports radio today saying that this is how Raheem Morris got the job. So I guess this makes sense with the plan that they had. I just think that I'm not gonna say it's stupid. I'm not gonna say that Michael Penix is a bad player. Like I said, I don't mind taking Michael Penix. I didn't mind taking Michael Penix 8th overall after you paid Kirk Cousins $100 million guaranteed.
Yeah, and
I'm okay with taking Michael Penix 8th overall if we didn't pay Kirk Cousins and we went out and threw more money at Danielle Hunter and we got him for the next 3 years. And we went out and got a cornerback off the free agent market. And we put more pieces around whoever was going to be the QB, and then we drafted Michael Penix. I would be okay with this. You know what I'm saying? I just think that we paid Kirk Cousins $100 million, and Darnell Mooney getting $29 million is kind of wild to me too. But
he's gonna pay dividends. I'm a Mooney guy.
He better pay dividends because this nigga, I feel like it's getting overpaid.
Well, to be fair, you're paying Kirk Cousins to make Mooney look good. So, we could talk about Michael Penix all night, but to your point, a lot of NFL insiders that have talked about this have said that you guys were so strung out on what happened with Ritter and Heineke and Mariota that y'all weren't going to let this happen again. So y'all were going to pick Penix, and that's what it was. I mean, if you're somebody like Dre, who's my bottom right, Dre thought he was the best quarterback in the draft. So, I mean, Dre, I want to jump to you real quick. You could talk a little bit about your thoughts about the Michael Penix pick, but I wanted to kind of get your thoughts about, the draft and just kind of what were your takeaways from it. And then we'll swing it over to Krys because, I mean, they made kind of a controversial pick, too, that I want to get into with his Niners.
Yeah. So, I'm all like what Debo is saying. It's like, it's perplexing you paying Kirk Cousins, a lot of money. And you have the 8th pick, and you have such a great need at edge, though. That's what I couldn't understand. You had, the 3 best edge rushers to choose from right there at pick 8. You as a franchise haven't had a defensive player over 10 sacks since 2017, and that was Vic Beasley playing linebacker, not even an edge. So, it was really strange. It was perplexing to me that they didn't go edge when that is such a glaring need.
And then, I'm sorry, let me cut in real quick. And I get like the next 3 picks were defensive linemen. Well, it was 1 edge and 2 defensive linemen. So
Right.
kind of addressed the need, but did you really? Because we're depending on these 3 rookies to come in and give us meaningful minutes and meaningful downs. And I don't know if they can. They might. Listen,
Well, yeah,
I like the Trice pick, but we don't know if he's gonna be a world beater. You know what I'm saying?
you banking on a lot with them. You're putting a lot of
Yeah.
expectations on them for where they were drafted.
Like another thing that if I'll say this, if Penix was like 20 or 21, like I would be all for this. Like, hey, they're looking at what Green Bay did with Jordan Love. Let him sit for a few years, learn the offense. Learn how to be an NFL quarterback. But Penix is going to be probably 26, if not a little older than 26 when he finally is handed the keys. Who's to say Arthur Blank doesn't give Morris the patience that he did Arthur Smith? If they really shit the bed and are staring at a 3-14 season, and then next year it's like, oh well, do we got to stick with Kurt? We can't cut him, and
We ain't got no first round pick neither.
and
Because
yeah,
the way they talking, we might not have a first round pick.
and
Oh man, y'all was down bad.
so
With the
like,
tampering, Jesus.
Yeah. So now, like, you're gonna split your fan base every time Kirk Cousins overthrows a wide open Drake London. Man, Penix would have made that throw. Every time Kirk Cousins misses Kyle Pitts on that open seam down the middle, man, Penix would have put that on the rope. So now you kind of like fracturing your fan base before the season even starts. As It's just perplexing, man. I mean, I thought Bo Nix going at 13 was a reach,
That's wild
but
too. And that's how bad this pick is.
Y'all pick was so out of pocket that Bo
That
Nix
niggas not even talk about Bo
getting
Nix.
a pass right now. Getting a
Right.
pass.
Yeah.
Nobody's talking
That
about
nigga, they just like, oh fuck Bo Nix. Y'all niggas took this nigga at 8.
Yeah.
And like,
So
I'm okay with it. Listen, I'm okay. If you gonna do, you could do one or the other. It's literally like a fork in the road. Either you gonna go down this $100 million path with Kirk Cousins, and we gonna put everything around him, take Rome at 8. You know what I'm saying? Or take a fucking. I would even justify them niggas taking Rome Odunze at 8 because he was right there, right? You got Rome and Drake and Kyle Pitts and Bijan. You talking about offense on offense, right? And I can understand that pick. I could justify it.
I'm gonna go. I want to say one more thing. I'm gonna go even a step further. If you knew the free agency market for defensive players is gonna be wild, why not pay Danielle Hunter?
Well, they tried to. So they were in on the Danielle Hunter sweepstakes, and they threw a bag at him. But Danielle Hunter chose to go to Houston because he's from Houston, and Texas ain't got no state Texas. So that's why we lost out on Danielle Hunter. The Texans matched our offer, but we can't offer him free tax, state tax.
If the Falcons and the Texans offered the same money, the Texans essentially offered more money because you're not going to have to pay as much tax. So that
exactly.
makes sense.
And then you from there. You from Houston. That's your home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, LSU got
that's it.
Shout out Danielle. Uncle Krys, I want to jump to you real quick. Because the Niners were the talk of the draft, right? Because it was like, oh, they're trading Ayuk. Oh wait, no, they're listening to offers for Debo. Oh wait, no, they're listening to offers for both, and they might trade one of them, whichever one has the best offer. And then it was, oh, they drafted Ricky Purcell. They're definitely going and trading one of them. Drafts over, and you got a first round wide receiver. You got Ayuk. You got Debo. What are your thoughts on the pick? And then what do you think happens with Ayuk and Debo? Do you think they all end up just staying, or do you think like one of them does get traded? And if one of them does get traded, which one do you think should go?
Oh man, well, so now that we stuck with the first round draft pick in Purcell, it does kind of add to this to this wide receiver situation we got going
You got a lot
on.
of mouths to feed.
Right. We got 2 stars for sure with Debo and BA. Both the potential. You could both say they're both wide receiver 1. But contract, it's business at the end of the day. And those guys want their chili. Those guys want their money. And it's like, what you gonna do? You have 2-star receivers who's proven that they both can produce at the high level for the team. And it's both been shown when those guys are off the field without the team is kind of in a shaky situation. Those guys are both needed on the field. Their presence is missed when they're off the field, you know? So it's like, what do you do? Do you pay those guys, or do you, from a business standpoint, kind of make sure you good financially wise for the team's sake? Me personally, if I feel someone can be traded, I'm gonna say Debo, and hear me out.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Debo is very injury prone, bro. He's very injury prone.
Hey Drake, what we call him?
What was that?
Debo. What we call Debo Samuel?
There you are. All Band-Aid?
He all Band-Aid, bro. First team, man.
First team, nigga.
Nigga got bonitis.
And like, look at both big games we had. Well, I'm not gonna say both, but this past, like, Debo got hurt in a big game. A big game. When we need him the most, he got hurt. Mm-hmm. Granted, he came back in, but like, bro, were you really 100% coming back in that game? Yeah. And does this play a big part in the future coming, like the future ahead? Can you stay healthy and produce how you've produced before for this team? Like, we got a lot. They're trying to build around Purdy now. You clearly see that Purdy is the focal point of this team now. And if you want Purdy to be that leading quarterback, you're going to need that surrounding group with your receivers. And if you can't have that with some guy being hurt all the time, like, somebody's going to have to go. And I think if they're going to look from a business standpoint, it's going to be Debo who's get traded.
Yeah. Can I interject, please?
Yeah, go for it.
Please let me interject. I have the total opposite view. I think Ayuk needs to go.
Ooh.
I think Ayuk needs to go.
Going to send him to Atlanta. We'll take him.
Let the record reflect.
Yeah, let the record reflect. So here's why. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, Debo did miss 3 games this past season, and the 49ers offense disappeared. I think they dropped 3 straight, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, the 3 games he was out, we lost those 3 games.
Yeah, so Debo really keeps defenses honest with the way he can, just his play style. I mean, like,
for sure, he spread the field. He for sure spread the field.
I remember Ezra saying this like 2 or 3 years ago. It's like, Debo position should not be WR. It should just say weapon. Like,
he should be the Joker.
Yeah,
like Arthur Smith said Bill Patterson was gonna be.
Well, what was it? CMC had got hurt, and he was like the starting running back. And then on third down, he was lining up out wide. It was like, like a few years ago when he was dealing with that contract drama, like, me, like, I was like, he got a point. Like, you got to pay him. Y'all playing him as a running back. Y'all playing him as a receiver. Like, you got to pay the guy. But
I mean, I understand that, and I agree with you. But also, you can also blame a lot of that on Brock Purdy and his like sophomore woes, because a lot of that was because Brock Purdy is a good quarterback, but just he ain't great. Does that make sense? Like,
he don't have a strong arm at all, man.
Right. So you see where Brock Purdy makes the wrong throw, and he making a wrong throw, and he makes the wrong throw. I know Debo keeps defenses honest, but if he gonna miss 3-4 games a season, is it worth it? Just keep it because if he's not gonna show up in the biggest games of the year when you really need him, he get put out when you really need him. Then I would rather have a consistent receiver that I know is gonna perform, and I know is gonna be there.
But I see why Dre is saying Ayuk would have to go because if you put both of them on the trade block, in just speaking frankly, you're probably going to get more for Ayuk than you will Debo.
True.
Because Ayuk hasn't been paid yet. He's not on a big contract. He's younger. I think he's 25.
Yeah.
Debo's 28. You know, he's all Band-Aid. He's got a hefty contract. So it's like you're gonna get some for him because I mean, you know, he's valuable.
Again, well then this is the argument that I'm having about the Falcons. Like, isn't the win now window open for them? Like,
For sure.
You're all in, right? You got the quarterback, your quarterback that you like that can run your offense that's pretty good, right? Not great, but pretty good. And you got him on a rookie deal, right? And you've got a nice wide receiver on a rookie deal. Now you bring in another wide receiver. This is the window where you go all in and you try to cash out and get a championship, right? Because like, and Krys, I know you rock with the Niners, but like people don't shit talk the Niners for not winning the Super Bowl in damn near 30 years neither. Matter of fact, it's been longer since they won a Super Bowl than the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know they've been to a couple, but they ain't won shit since the 90s. Let's keep it a buck.
That's a fact.
That's a great
It is, but I mean, is there a world where the Niners just run it with all three of them? Absolutely, because let's be honest. As nice of a story what Jawan Jennings was last year, Ricky is I call him Slick Rick. He's an immediate upgrade over Jawan Jennings. Let's just keep it honest. And in today's NFL, you could have three really good wide receivers and they all can eat. Now, when you got, like Krys said, you really got two wide receiver ones. They're not gonna get as many targets, as many touches, catches. If Ricky is who we think he's gonna be.
Mm-hmm. And
So
when that
then you
game
might
on the
have some
line,
drama
them
where
boys
it's
want
like
the ball.
exactly. You still got CMC, you still got Kittle, you got a lot of mouths to feed. So, you know, maybe you can get rid of one of them and you banking on Kyle Shanahan's system just going along and you get rid of one of them. Because the longer you wait, the more the value is gonna go down. It's like a car.
Right.
The longer you wait, that the value is gonna go down. Especially on a guy like Debo. You know, Ayuk, he's got the 5th-year option. You can franchise tag him, but that makes things more difficult too. So that's gonna be something interesting to watch. I do think one of them gets traded, but you know, we've seen crazier things happen, right? Like we all thought Debo was gonna get traded, and then you know he was having a party and the girls was holding up fuck the 49ers and he was back on the team. So anything can happen.
Right.
But
that was all within contract negotiations.
Exactly. So, you know, we'll see what happens. It's only May, right? Tyler, I see you joined us. Thanks for hopping in. I'm gonna talk. Let's talk real quick. Let's talk about our Saints.
And also, fuck the Saints too, because it's y'all fault that we took Penix. Okay.
What you mean?
Because
bro.
Because the Saints, the Vikings, and the Broncos was trying to move up to get Penix, and they spooked my nigga Terry, and he became Scary Terry, and he drafted that motherfucker.
No, that's cap. We talked about this before. The Saints don't pick quarterbacks in the first round, bro. If anything, we was on we was bullshitting just to make y'all take him. But from what I heard, y'all was in love with that nigga. Y'all went to a workout in Seattle, and he was throwing shit in the wind, just like EJ Manuel. He was throwing balls in the wind and throwing darts, and y'all fell in love with that nigga, and y'all took him. That's what I know.
I'm okay with taking him. I'm not okay with taking him and then having Kirk Cousins. We got the most expensive fucking bridge quarterback in the history of the NFL, dog. That's crazy. And it's the Saints' fault. I'm not convinced that it's not y'all fault. So,
well, whatever helps you cope better, we'll take it. But Tyler, I wanted to pivot to you because I can't stress it enough. I know Sean Payton got us a Super Bowl, but I've thoroughly enjoyed the draft process without him in the building. we just make good picks now. We're not trading up for defensive ends that have second round grades. You know, it's a good time to watch the draft as a Saints fan. The product on the field might not be great right now, but at least I can enjoy the draft and we're making sensible picks. So talk to me about what you liked about our draft class. Any your thoughts?
Well, before I answer that question, I got a couple of points from what I just heard y'all talking about. My first one, Debo, did you have a come to Jesus moment? Did I hear you say you were okay with the Penix pick? Or
I'm okay with the pick if we didn't have Kirk Cousins on the team. Yes.
Okay. And you say you would have been okay with Rome if y'all would have picked him too?
Yeah.
What?
Listen. Listen. My number one scenario was I wanted a edge rusher. I wanted Dallas Turner or
Debo's
Jared
been
Burks.
asking
I'm
me
not
for 3
sold
years
on
now.
Latu.
Right.
I'm not sold. But if I can't have that, then Rome would have been a great second option.
I got it.
Right.
So that was my question to you. You must have had to come to Jesus moment because on draft night when we was on the show, you was hell bent on if these niggas don't pick a defensive end, I'm gonna lose my mind, which did not happen.
No, I
But
lost
it's
my
not.
mind.
I mean,
You ain't
that's
see
what
Twitter?
I meant. Wait, hold on. I meant to say which did happen. So
Just check my Twitter feed out, people. I've been arguing. I've been fighting for my life in these comments all fucking week.
I checked it as soon as the pick was made, my boy.
Get
So,
up.
yeah, the fact that you say you would have been okay with Rome over a defensive end was, I ain't gonna lie, that took me back a little bit. But you know, it is what it is. Y'all still gonna be ass regardless, and we're probably
Oh
gonna.
man,
I don't know
know,
about you.
wow.
Everybody saying we gonna win the South, nigga, and so
Oh my
I don't
God!
know.
Hey,
I know
look,
they saying y'all
bro,
not gonna win the South.
look, bro.
So
It's May. Stop.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
May.
Yeah,
it's
bro. It's
May,
May.
right? I get it. It's May.
Stop.
It's May, and we already the crown champs. NFC South. I get it.
Jesus Christ.
Hey,
Let's
like I
just keep it
said,
a buck. Let's just keep it a buck. Desmond Ritter and Taylor Heineke lost us 4 games last year. 4. Them, just them alone, right? Not the defense. Them, they lost us 4 games. So if you take those 4 games and add them to the 7 games we won, that's 11 games. Nigga, that's a win. A win is a win.
hey,
A win is a win.
is one of them 4 games when we smacked y'all at the end of the season?
Yeah, and you see what happened to y'all, nigga. Y'all let that nigga go. Crab legs. That nigga gone, bro. Cause see, you can't do no stupid shit like that. Crab legs. That's why your ass is up there freezing your ass off in Cleveland, motherfucker.
Eating them
Well,
W's.
Bro, he called
anyway,
Jameis Winston a motherfucker.
Debo, I love this nigga, man. This nigga's so funny, bro.
Debo, what the hell?
This nigga's
Debo,
so
who
Yeah,
funny.
hurt
fuck
you?
that nigga, dog. That nigga had an interview
Debo,
trying to come to the Falcons. I would love to play for the Falcons. I'm with Birmingham. Well, fuck you, bitch. You killed that noise, nigga. You thought we was gonna pick you. Go freeze your ass off up there, sit on the sideline watching Deshaun Watson fucking try to attempt to have another masseuse rub his nuts. How about that?
Hey, well,
Debo, show
to
me
be
on.
fair, Jameis said that Jesus told him to go there. That's why he's there.
Hey,
Yeah,
Debo, show
I
me on this
guess.
doll where Jameis touched you at, bro.
Nah, that nigga did. That
Dude, you
nigga did me
gotta.
dirty. I had no problems with that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Until that last game of the year. That's some dirty shit. That's some foul ass shit. That pussy. You know what I'm saying? Fuck him. I don't care. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to respect the decision. He was standing on business, but
He
Hey,
stood
Tyler,
on business and his ass
That
stood in the fucking
Tyler, this
in the
was
termination line because they said, "Oh no, nigga, we not renewing you. You get the fuck up out of here."
hey,
Dennis Allen wasn't gonna let that shit slide. You should have known.
but
a cool
Tyler, go
decision.
ahead. Let's get some Saints in here because we can only talk about
Right.
Michael Penix so much. I thought.
Right.
I
Oh, and then the
apologize.
second thing is, I'm gonna give my thoughts on the 49ers thing. I'm with Debo's probably gonna go. I think I think they trade him.
all right, when
Cause
Debo,
the only reason
when
I say
Debo,
that
when
is
Debo missed those
because
3 games, Brandon Ayuk had the worst 3 games of his career. I'm gonna just add that
and
in there.
and that could be the turning point for the 49ers to say, hey, Ayuk, you gonna be the one to go.
That's true.
But it's May. We got a while till the season, till trade deadline. Let's put it like that. So They'll make that decision. So to the Saints, I'm with you, E. It's enjoyable watching the draft that we not moving up, taking, like you said, second round graded players with our in the top 15 or whatever. Because if Sean Payton was still with the Saints and took Bo Nix, New Orleans would have found that man, and it might not have been pretty. Because that was what?
Yeah.
That was
like
that was
he
crazy.
he really been on some like Sir Cap-a-Lot shit, because he was like gushing about Bo Nix and just like, oh my god, this is who I wanted, and this and this and that. And I'm like, man,
Didn't they trade Zach Wilson too? Didn't they trade for
they
Zach
traded
Wilson?
for him. Yeah,
They
sure did.
traded for him. So
Yeah, man.
hey,
I'm starting to think y'all right, man. That nigga's trash, bro.
yeah, Zach
Man,
Wilson. I will always
man.
say he was trash and was not worth the second.
Hey,
pick of the draft.
I'm forever grateful for the Super Bowl that he got us, and
Me
the
too. Oh,
consistent winning, the way he
Yes.
just elevated our franchise.
Amen. Yeah.
But
But
we
drafting,
could have
hell no.
we could have won more Super Bowls had we not whiffed on some of these draft classes. Like if you go look at the 2014 draft class, trash. 2018 draft class after that great draft class in 17, trash. Hell, Peyton, what's his name? Peyton Turner, Marcus Davenport, Stephon Anthony. I can name all these whiffs in the first round that happened under his tenure.
Mm.
And it's like, imagine if you hit on two of those guys, two more of those guys.
Let me ask you this question.
Mhm.
And let's just keep it in a lens. And anybody can answer really, but especially y'all two. If you knew that in order to win a Super Bowl, the Super Bowl that y'all have, that you would have had to go through all those terrible picks in the future, would you still choose yes to do that?
Oh, for sure. That's
Okay, so then
that's
it don't
no
matter.
debate.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. I would choose it still.
But
I would
right,
choose it
and
still.
I agree with you. But it's like you look at the Chiefs, right? Like the Chiefs are on this crazy run right now. But why are they on this crazy run? Because they didn't get complacent. Yeah, you got Pat Mahomes, but you're continuing to draft well. You're continuing to go sign the right people.
Chris Jones, Sneed,
That's what I'm saying. You Trent McDuffie,
Trent McDuffie. Yep.
Sneed, the guy they just traded away, drafted him. Like
Then they draft Tyreek too.
I mean, hell, they lost a Super Bowl. Anybody would have been like, hey, we just made the Super Bowl. It's great. They lost the Super Bowl to Tampa and redrafted their whole offensive line in one draft.
Yep.
They literally knocked it out the park with their offensive line in one draft. And it wasn't just like, I mean, it was like a second pick.
Who was their GM?
I don't know who it is now. Veach, maybe?
Is Andy making those picks though?
I don't know how that hierarchy works, but I know that the GM. Oh, hey Millie. I know the GM of the Bears now is the director of scouting. No. He was the director of scouting for the Chiefs, but now he's the GM of the Bears. And the guy that picked Mahomes, I don't know. I think he didn't get along with ownership, so he left. And then he was the GM in Cleveland when they took Baker Mayfield. But he don't have a job anymore either. Dorsey. That's his last name, Dorsey. But yeah, I don't know how that hierarchy works. But either way, like the downfall of the Patriots was them missing on draft picks. You can't be and whiffing on draft picks. You got to do one or the other. You're either going to spend money, which is where we stayed as consistent as we did, was because we were willing to spend money in free agency. And it was like, we at least going to get free agency right. We'll whiff on the draft picks, but at least we'll get free agency right. Like you look at the Rams. The Rams, what they said, fuck them draft picks. But they were signing these free agents. They were trading for Jalen Ramsey. They were going to get these guys that they knew were proven folks that could, help them win. But you can't miss on both. That's when you go to shit.
You can't miss on both. You can't, you can't draft, Matthew Judon, but then and you can't develop Matthew Judon And then like draft N'Keal Harry over AJ Brown, DK Metcalf, Deontay Johnson, Scary Terry. You just can't do that.
Yeah, yeah,
It kills your franchise.
yeah, no doubt. So we'll close out the draft segment here.
You are now listening to the radio show ATL.
Nothing too big. It's only refreshments. So we tell people refreshments so they don't be expecting a full course meal because that's not what you're going to get. I remember when we was in church, we were going to Bible and they used to always say refreshments after whatever. It would be like a special Sunday, like Mother's Day or whatever. And I don't know why, but I used to always say refreshments were only beverages. I have no idea why. That's it, just because beverages are refreshing. I guess I did that correlation. I don't know. But anyway, go ahead.
You're listening to the radio show ATL on YouTube and all other podcast providers.
And we're going to jump into a different kind of beef. We're going to talk about this Kendrick and Drake. So I guess you want to call it round one. I don't know if we'll have another round, but round one's in the books. You got Drake, who came out with Push-Ups. You got Kendrick, who came out with Euphoria. We've all listened to both of them. I don't know who wants to go first. I don't know if Uncle Krys wants to go first or Glock Lesnar.
I'll go first. Yeah, I'll go first.
So let's talk about this beef. Who do we think won round one? Do we think there's going to be a round two? How do we feel about this beef now that we've heard diss tracks from both of them?
Hold on, before Dre start, I want to say this.
Mm-hmm.
We can't say it started with what was Drake what was his title called?
Push-ups.
Well,
I was just saying round one because like something initiated the beef, and now they each have a song out, so I call it round one, or at least the world is calling it round one.
Because I was gonna say if we're gonna take it technically, that like that Kendrick, he said fuck that first person shooter.
Right. So you could say like that.
First person shooter
was like the start of the Civil War. It started the war, and now you've had two battles since the war has started. You know, which I like to call round one. You know, Kendrick sent out the signal, "Fuck you." Drake said, "I bet. Here's my track." Kendrick came back with his. And now we got this thing. I'll say this first, and then I'll let either Uncle Krys or Dre go. Both of these niggas, I don't know if it's manufactured or not. They don't like each other. You can hear the hate in both of these songs.
Like these niggas do not like each other.
Man, they playing like this round now that both of them are out. Like they're playing both of these songs on the radio now. Let me tell you, these niggas do not like each other, or at least they're doing a great job of giving the people what they want. So with that said, I'll let whoever wants
Drake,
to go.
We'll let Drake take it off. I think he wants to start off.
Yeah, I'm gonna start off because I gotta go soon. I gotta do some teacher stuff. I'm gonna say this, man. When somebody goes at Drake, it's like super personal, man. Like Kendrick really went for the throat. The same thing that Pusha T did. Like there's no subliminal. This was a calculated breakdown of the type of person, that Kendrick perceives Drake to be, which is fake, a fraud, you a plant, you a phony, and
sleazeball.
It's gonna be hard for Drake to come back because for somebody so openly and socially open as Drake, the negative is that mostly everybody will know your business one way or another. Kendrick is the complete opposite of type of artist as Drake. Kendrick is very reserved. He's very private. So it's really, and he has a very small circle. So it's very hard to see where Drake is going to get his ammunition from. Saying that, I'll pivot to the next thing why I think round one goes to Kendrick. Kendrick wrote this verse. There are 3 writing credits on Push Up. That's unacceptable. This is
And
your
let's not
beef,
forget
Drake.
he did the AI shit with Pac and Snoop Dogg. I thought that was kind of corny. I ain't gonna lie.
Real trying to use West Coast legends because Kendrick from the West Coast. I didn't like it. Apparently Tupac's estate didn't like it, so that's why they
Oh, he
took the
got that
benefit of
cease and
certain.
desist.
Yeah. I just feel like
And they went to court on that shit. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he got a
yeah,
cease and desist real fast.
I just feel like it's hard to get over that known fact that Drake has ghostwriters. Like that's really hard to defend. And he openly admit, I have ghostwriters, something like that. So, what are they doing right now? Are they having an Avengers level type meeting? Thinking about how to get back at Kendrick?
Hey, instead of getting the gems for the
for the Infinity Gauntlet.
Instead of getting the Infinity Stones for the Gauntlet, bro, they all getting assembling the pins, brother.
The Infinity.
Listen, they finna. Drake is petty. And I can see Drake using like influence and money to out petty in this case. Because didn't he do that before, right?
And that's what I was gonna bring up is that like just listen, like I like to just listen to what people have to say. And a lot of people are like, man, Drake won round one. Like they felt like Kendrick's song was too long. They felt like, Drake kind of just got to the point. His shit was more
niggas just got ADHD. They ain't got no attention span no more nowadays.
Yeah.
I will say this. Kendrick's song is very weird. And
it's a diss song.
Anytime you name a song Euphoria or any kind of,
it's weird. The way it's the flow change ups and I've been talking like this. I was like not feeling it. I really wasn't. Now, some of the bars in there, I was like, ooh, he kind of stung him on that. But overall, I really didn't feel that record.
You're not looking into why he did that. He did that because he's saying that Drake is three different people. He's not a real person. It's Degrassi Drake, rapping fake tough guy Drake, and singing "You a Bad Bitch" Drake. That's why he did those verses like that.
I mean, I hear you, and there's nuance to it, and I get it. Rap beef ain't supposed to be nuanced though. It's supposed to be just I'm getting at you, nigga. It's either I'm gonna get at you or I'm gonna be petty about some shit. And and as a petty nigga, I can respect what a nigga buy out. Like what Chris Brown is doing to fucking
to Quavo,
to Quavo, I can respect it. Buying out that nigga's concert so nobody's there. That's the type of shit I want to see.
Yeah, but like I get what you're saying. Like that's petty, but that's also, I mean, they got the money, so I can't talk about how they spend their money. But that's like,
and
all these niggas got money. Let's just keep it a book. All these niggas got money.
True.
Well, to that point too,
but like
Quavo's still getting the bag at the end of the day from that.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think it's dumb. I don't like that part of it. That's dumb.
You listen, I get it, but let me tell you how petty you got to be to spend your own money to make the other nigga look foolish is crazy. You giving him money, you just like, this is nothing to me. This is some dollars that I don't even give a fuck about. You can have this because you're gonna look crazy on the internet. That's kind of wild.
I mean, that crowd looked weak as hell. I mean, like,
the video was crazy. The video was crazy.
Let me have some perspective on rap beats since I'm a little older than y'all.
And to be fair, I think Debo's the oldest.
Yeah, Debo might be older than you, Dre.
But he don't.
No, he is. Like, and that ain't
it's an undisputable fact at this point.
Dre, the reason why Dre said that is Dre's used to being the oldest person in our inner circle.
Let me get my point across.
Man. No, I was just saying that, prefacing it for the audience.
I'm like, okay, well, he may be older than me, but we definitely have different musical tastes and interpret.
And that's what I was gonna give you the benefit of the doubt on, is that like, I can appreciate your perspective on it because you like to do the research and the why and the background on the stuff. So go ahead.
This type of dissing is like, and that type of being petty, that's not new. 50 Cent did that to Ja Rule for a decade, where he would buy like 3,000 the
whole front row. He would buy like the first 5 or 6 rows and just be empty as fuck. It was lovely. It's fucking great.
He did that for years, so it's nothing new. Second of all, this type of dissing is nothing new. The Game, people saying, "Oh, Kendrick's diss is too long." The Game put out a 14-minute, 300 bars.
300 bars.
that literally did not stop. He did not take a breather. 14 minutes of just pure unadulterated like destruction of G Unit and 50 Cent, Lloyd Banks, all them guys. So this type of dissing is not new. People act like, oh my God, this has been going on for a long time. Like, the story of Adonis, push up, all that. This is nothing compared to what was going on, like what's been done for it was common for guys to drop a whole 15 mixtape of diss songs instead of a 2-3 minute diss song with a little AI sprinkled in that gets you sued.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this though, Dre.
All right.
In that example you used with the game versus G Unit, who won that beef?
Well,
most people say won that.
Well, I would say 50 Cent lost the battle but won the war because
Exactly.
he's richer than the game.
So that's my point. Like, yeah, he might have dropped 300 bars, and that's dope. But you still lost that war. You lost.
Yeah. I mean, like and a perfect example. That's a great example. Another example of that is literally the beef that happened 3-4 years ago. Pusha T and Drake. Yeah, Pusha T is a fantastic lyricist. Like he is one of the best, trap lyricists, out. But will we ever put Pusha T on rapping or singing Drake? Fuck no. And that's just an unfortunate thing. It's like we in the car. Hey man, put on that Drake. Or man, you heard that?
Yeah, I'm talking about play the clips.
Hey man, put on that Pusha T.
This is why while Pusha T definitely won that battle, Drake ultimately won the war because petty in a rap beef is always going to trump just straight bars. It's going to trump it. When you petty and got bars, it's better than just straight bars. And they could be the fire bars too. But when you like Jay-Z versus Nas came, Ether was tough. And then Jay-Z put that nigga on the Summer Jam screen, and niggas remembered that shit. You see what I'm saying? Because that's petty. So, like, for me, I can say this. The best part of Kendrick's song was just the straight up "I hate you" part. This I hate the way you walk, I hate the way you look. That shit to me is what I was enthused about. Like, yes,
shit.
Yes. Well, that's the best part of the fucking shit. Just straight to it. I don't like you for these reasons, nigga. And they the stupidest reasons in the world. But guess what? It makes sense to me. And guess what? It's gonna make sense to niggas that don't like you. Well, and that's what niggas gonna use to justify why I won. It's to me, get to the petty. Get to the petty. Subliminal shit is dope. I love subliminal tracks. I love when rappers go outside the box. Yeah, but when it's about nuck to you buck or about these fucking paws, nigga, we get to these paws, bro. Get to it. Come on, baby. Get to it. I don't need to go on the fucking journey and see the story. Just give me the fucking whatever.
He called him a bad bitch. That's what he did. He called
that was crazy.
Wow.
That talking about how he hang out with Sexy Red. That's crazy. That was good.
Might pop ass with an ex.
Jimmy gonna hate that. Jimmy hate that.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
My favorite bar was fuck pushing P's, nigga. Let's push a T. Like, oh god, oh my god.
So do we think this is good for the rap game? Is this good for hip hop?
Fuck yeah.
Because let me be honest with you. I've been jamming like that since the track came out. I ain't gonna hold
me too.
I think that shit is great. I think it's a great song. I think Metro and Future put out a very good project. I've been bumping like that, and that was like the genesis of this war, right? This beef. And I've been jamming that song since it came out.
And I want to say this to that point. People were saying how Kendrick took too much time to respond to push-ups, but it took Drake a little over 20 days to respond to like that.
And this is my problem with the beef. And this is where I'm like, and I hate to be the old nigga, like 16. And I hate that this nigga be influencing me, but goddamn, when he write, I'm gonna give you flowers on your own show. When you write, you write. This is some made up manufactured fuck shit. Because you taking 20 days to respond is wild to me. Chris Brown responded in 3 fucking days, and that nigga's an R&B singer, dog. What are we talking about?
I
A
think
week
Chris
at the
Brown
most.
want to
7
fight
days.
more than anything. I think
7
Chris Brown
days
really
is
wanna
all
fight
you
that
need
nigga.
to come out with a track, nigga. I don't need all the production. I don't care. I just want you to get a beat off of fucking Fruity Loops. That shit could just be somebody beatboxing on the motherfucking table, like in the fucking lunchroom in high school, nigga. Just give me the fucking snaps. Give me the fucking shit. You know what I'm saying? Taking 20 days, taking fucking 2 weeks. That's too fucking long, bro. It's too long. I don't care how creative you are. It's too long.
I dig it. I dig that point. I will say this, like, I'm gonna use this analogy. When you cooking gumbo, you gonna let your gumbo cook an hour, or you gonna let that joint sit for a few hours.
Hey, you know the answer. You gotta let that shit sit.
You gotta
let
let it sit, right?
You gonna let
But
that
this
bitch
is my
sit.
point.
You gonna let that
This
bitch
ain't
sit for a
gumbo.
few hours.
This is a fight. So if you was about to get in a fight at school, in high school, if somebody told you at lunch, nigga, we going outside and we gonna knuck if we buck, what you doing? You gonna fucking try to push it off for 2 weeks, or you gonna go out there and handle your motherfucking business in the
Oh,
schoolyard?
you ain't got no choice to go handle your
Because
business.
that's
You
what
gotta
rap
go
beef is.
handle your
Rap beef is a
canvas.
fight, nigga. That's what it is. It ain't no,
You gotta-
oh, I need to let it cook. I'm about to give you some art. Letting shit cook is when you making an album, when you making a series of songs. That's what you need to let simmer. That's what you letting cook. A fucking fight is a fight, nigga. And I don't give a fuck what you say.
I feel that, like, I get it, and you right on that. I can't really argue back with that, because, like, I get it. I get it. And me personally, if I'm in that situation, as soon as you throw that first punch, I'm throwing that bitch right back. You let out one shot, I got one coming right back. You know what I mean?
I'ma slip that fucking block, nigga, and I'ma come through with this left, bitch. That's what it's about. Hit me with that jab, nigga. Come on,
But in
baby.
this case, if they're gonna take their time with it, like Kendrick took his time to come out with Euphoria, and we know what that motherfucker sound like. Street's been on fire since that nigga dropped that bitch a couple days ago.
Oh, what, 9 billion or something crazy streams?
Yeah,
Whatever
he didn't hit like almost 10 million in a couple days on that track.
9 million then, but
it's been like 9 million.
My nigga said billion. Goddamn.
I mean, I don't know, bro. With the streams is crazy, right?
Right.
You know,
so
I say
we shouldn't expect to hear Drake until Memorial Day. Is what you're telling me?
I did see something. Now, granted, I don't want to take no Twitter confirmation or anything like that, but I did see one a DJ who kind of got a good rep. He did say he got word that Drake is dropping something tonight, but
as we're recording this on May 2nd.
Yeah, this is on May 2nd, 8:25 p.m. 9:25 p.m.
Uncle Krys with the scoops.
Yeah,
Hey,
look, if that
dropping the
is true, guys, I like this. Drake coming back quick. And that light-skinned motherfucker, if you listen to push-ups, he did say, I wanted to keep this shit PG. Kendrick dropped Euphoria. He took plenty of shots. He dropped a lot of layers on him. I think that light-skinned motherfucker about to go to hell on this shit with what he coming.
Listen, he the grizzly bear. I mean, he the panda bear. I keep telling y'all, he's soft and cuddly, but that nigga's a bear. He will fucking eat your ass if he need to, bro.
And to your point, which is a good point.
His Ghost Riders are bears?
Maybe it's Ghost Riders. Maybe it's Ghost Riders. I don't know. I don't care. Personally, I don't care. I just want to hear what you got to say. I want to hear some petty. Buy some liquor for that nigga or something. Because I'm gonna just tell you the truth. The best bar in that whole in Kendrick's song is him shouting out the fucking Chinese food restaurant in Drake's own city, nigga.
Hey, but y'all know why he did that, right? Drake apparently got robbed at that place. That's why he dropped that bar like that. I don't know.
That's petty. And that's a petty. That's a win. That's a petty win, right?
Drake got
and that's
robbed
why
at
you
that
need
place.
the Dre's of the world, the Glock Lesnar's, to explain some of this stuff to you, or Krys breaking it down.
Like y'all, did y'all catch when he was like Crody?
Yeah, that's slang.
That's how they speak in Canada. They say that in Canada.
Yeah,
that's Canadian term, Canadian slang out there.
First off, that's the lamest slang I ever heard in my life, Crody, nigga. This is why I don't take no Canadian motherfucker serious. It's just what it is, bro. I don't do it. You saying Crody, fuck you out of here, nigga.
And look, check this out. I want to say this too. Here's why I say Kendrick really don't like that nigga. As Debo and me, aside from Dre, we all fathers here. We all parents. Kendrick went at this nigga parenting skills, bro. That is disrespectful shit, my nigga.
Didn't Pusha T do the same thing though? Like I feel like
Yeah.
everybody talk about that nigga parenting is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, because like my wife will say, like, so and so be acting like a single nigga, or so and so be acting like they still single. That's how Drake move like that, man. You wouldn't think Drake don't have a kid if you just got introduced to him.
No, absolutely, and I understand. But the quickest way to end up on a t-shirt is start talking about my goddamn kid, dog. I promise.
That's real shit too.
Man, it's a lot of shit to unpack because it's like I'm thinking about it too. Another thing I don't know if y'all caught when Kendrick was like, "I'm finna you gonna make me bring Puff back." Y'all know why he said that, right? Yeah. Apparently, P Diddy and Drake had gotten into some shit and Diddy slapped the nigga. If y'all remember the song, the Game and Drake. If y'all remember the song, the 100 song with the Game and the Drake. Y'all remember that song? Yeah. All I ever ask is keep it 100. Go back to that song. Remember that line. The Game. Heard about the shit with Diddy. And niggas came through to snatch you up. Some shit like that. It was some line. The Game said it like that. But Kendrick said, you gonna make me bring Puff back and see if how you say this? You gonna make me bring Puff back? Some shit, but yeah. A lot of shit he was going at him with.
That's crazy.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. When he said you gonna make me bring Puff back, I immediately said out loud, "Hey, no Diddy."
Yeah,
like,
but apparently,
no Diddy.
Him and Diddy had got to some shit in Cali some years back, and Diddy slapped the nigga or something. Now this is all street legends and shit, like street stories or whatever, but
yeah,
it was in the song. The Games, he said it in the song, so it might be some truth to it. I don't know.
Tupac said he fucked Biggie's bitch, and I don't think he did that shit. So niggas lie.
Hey, a little bit of cap will go a long way. I
gotta people still look at Faith like, nigga, you fucked Tupac. You was dirty, bitch. She can't say she didn't do it enough.
Way. So remember that.
Right.
You gotta cap a little bit in the interview or cap a little bit when you talking game,
and some of Drake's antics too, like it antagonizes people. Like,
but that goes back to the money thing, right? Like he's doing some of that shit because
he was like flexing that he bought like one of Tupac's rings, and like that pissed like a lot of like West Coast rappers off, especially Kendrick. And I don't know, man. It's just
we're not gonna sit here and say like, we're not gonna act like Drake ain't corny. Like that's just he from Canada. What I mean, why are we surprised a corny nigga from Canada? He's from fucking Canada.
In a sense, he proved Kendrick's point because after the Euphoria dropped, y'all seen when a nigga reposted the clip from 10 Things I Hate About You?
Yeah.
In response to Kendrick, like, bro,
corny. That nigga more interested in keeping he more interested in his image and social media following and getting the dollar at any risk than really win rap beef. Period. He a typical money nigga. It's like, I'm gonna throw money at the problem. We'll figure it out. We'll do some shit around his city and put our name up and buy a bunch of. He's the type of nigga go and buy a bunch of billboards in that nigga hometown and be like, well, no, your city's calling my name out. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's type of shit. Do an exclusive show in Kendrick's backyard. You know what I'm saying? That's type of shit Drake gonna do, which is corny, but also corny can be funny as fuck.
I just say this. Drake couldn't do nothing in Kendrick's hood without his bodyguards. I'll just say that.
I mean, I feel like this is what we need. We need somebody to die for this shit to get really, really real.
Right.
Go ahead and shoot somebody like the old days. Kill a nigga off. One of y'all niggas get shot. You know what I'm saying?
No.
And
now we talking about beef.
And this ends rap beef talk.
We talking about steak at this point, nigga. This filet mignon when niggas start dying. That ain't rap beef. This is rap steak, nigga.
Hey, bro, look, bro. This ain't Grand Theft Auto, dog. We gotta shoot.
Just shoot everybody. You bring it back to old days, nigga. Just Canada versus LA, nigga. Who gonna win?
Oh my god,
bro. This dude just said, "Bring back the old days."
You are now listening to the radio show ATL.
Yes, apparently she's like on the roster, if you will.
Oh, so she's a legit porn star.
I mean,
She's
correct.
not just doing this for fun.
The one he got pregnant apparently is on OnlyFans or the ex stripper. Might be both. Both can be true. We'll have to look it up.
You're listening to the radio show ATL on YouTube and all other podcast providers.
Hey, y'all. So it's the segment, everybody's favorite segment, where I get people to argue, but we have a plot twist tonight. We got Krys with an idea, so we're gonna let him run with it. This is one gotta go, so we about to argue some shit, but I'm gonna let Krys set it up, and then we'll go from there. So, Krys, you were saying,
Yo. So for tonight's one gotta go, I wanted to try something a little different with the game. If you tapped in to the current world of basketball, NBA speaking, you would know that it's very exciting times with this current regime of the new school cats that we got and currently witnessing right now with this upcoming talent. So for tonight's one gotta go, I want to choose 4 of the current NBA players that I think really standing out, for lack of a better word speaking. So for one gotta go, we got big dog Anthony Edwards.
okay, shout out ATL.
Yeah, shout out to ATL. SGA.
Okay,
Let's see.
if you get stuck, let me know because I'll throw in some folks.
Give me the last. I got Luka. I wanted to say
Okay,
Luka.
Luka. Okay, Luka's good.
And one more. Give me one more. If y'all could throw out one more, give me one more.
I had 2 in mind, so I had.
Well, give them 2.
Okay, I
Drop your
had.
2.
So we said Ant, we said SGA, we said Luka. I was gonna throw in Jalen Brunson. Shout out Dre's Knicks.
Oh,
Hey.
yeah. Word.
And then
Jalen
I was
Brunson.
gonna throw in Tyrese Halliburton.
Allie?
So
Okay. I can dig it.
yeah. So
This
so,
is easy
okay,
for me.
So we got Ant, SGA, Luka, Jalen Brunson, and Tyrese Halliburton.
Halliburton. Right.
Now let me say this:
Well, this is easy for me.
if we talking like straight up,
Facts.
if we talking like just straight up talent, Brunson would have to go. But let me tell you why he's staying. He's not going anywhere because he's doing some shit. And shout out to Drake because Dre's the resident Knicks fan here. He said it the other day, and I was about to argue with my guy. But Jalen Brunson's doing some shit that Melo did not do. Because Melo, those Melo Knicks teams, in my opinion, I feel like were more talented. I feel like they had a lot more going on. And Brunson's doing something different, especially like with his size and how he's just continually scoring and just so consistent.
They play for him, bro.
That's what I'm saying. It's
They play for him. He's a leader.
Yeah.
He is. Jalen Brunson is what I want Trae Young to be.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get mine out the way, and I like his game, and y'all gonna be shocked that I'm saying this, but SGA gotta go for me because he doing too much of this.
Trying to look too pretty.
Yeah,
Style
man.
points. Style points.
Yeah,
I completely agree with you.
SGA gotta go for me because if you look at each of these other guys on the list. And Oklahoma City's definitely one of these franchises that just doesn't have this great history. But these
technically
guys,
they do. It's just they don't have a great history in Oklahoma. They the Sonics.
The Knicks, I'll throw Jalen Brunson out because the Knicks are always going to be they're one of those big time franchises. When was the last time the T-Wolves were relevant?
No, absolutely. And gotta stay.
When was the last time that the Pacers were like relevant? They just won tonight, by the way. Just knocked off the Bucks.
So here's the problem. Here's my problem. Halliburton don't show up in the big time spots all the time. Like I've seen some historically bad games.
There, though.
I wait. How long he been on? I thought he's been there for 2
What
years.
I'm saying
right?
is being in the playoffs. Like this is his growing period, if you will. Ant went through it last year because this is why Ant's balling the way he balling right now because he went through that last year.
But if I'm looking at what I'm looking at right now, not taking future into effect, if I'm looking at what I'm looking at right now, honestly, Hallie can go for me. But I might just surprise y'all with who I'm about to pick. You gotta let go of Luka.
Yeah, you tripping. Tripping hard.
Yeah, you.
Let me tell you why.
Elaborate.
Let me tell you why. Luka's brand of basketball, while he does very well, it is not team friendly. It's not.
And that's where I disagree with you because out of all these players that we have on this list, the Mavericks, to me, by far, are the worst team. By far.
Right. I agree with you.
That team, Luka's playing with a bunch of bums. And outside of Kyrie, obviously. But this man getting Maxi Keebler to put up shots. This man's getting I could start naming folks and I'd want to throw up. But the he be in the playoffs every year and he be going against teams that are so much better. The Clippers are such a better team on paper. And he's making them look downright silly right now.
Okay, so here's my problem. Here's my problem though, right?
Okay.
And you know what I'm gonna say.
I know what you're gonna say.
He plays the Clippers every year. Like it's the fucking Clippers. It's the fucking, like literally every year he's in position to play the Clippers, it's been proven for the last 2 years. They're not a good team. Bruh, that's not a good matchup for them.
The third best player on that team is like Daniel Gayford, and the Wizards didn't even want him. Like I'm not trying to make y'all throw.
But it's the Clippers, dog. Because as soon as he runs up against the Mavericks, as soon as he runs up against Denver or any other another team, it's gonna look better. He's not gonna look as good.
Imagine if Luka had like what Ant has. And don't get it twisted. Ant is the reason why they are where they are. You know what I'm saying? We've seen what Cat was as the number one guy. We've seen Rudy Gobert as the number one guy in Utah.
Trash.
All right. But imagine those two with Luka.
This is why I'm about to say Luka. This is why I say Luka.
Imagine if Luka had Pascal Siakam.
Imagine if Luka actually put time into his craft and he got in shape. He didn't wait until hear me out.
Bro, what are you talking about, bro?
Luka, it's not a hot take that Luka doesn't really train and take care of his body in the offseason, and he comes in out of shape. Imagine if Luka really dedicated himself like the rest of these players that we've mentioned on this list do. That nigga is already skill-wise better than him. Imagine if he put forth the actual effort to really be better than him. He would be a fucking world beater. Like to your credit. And this is my problem with Luka. Luka doesn't do as much as he ain't doing as much as what a Ant-Man is doing because he takes plays off. He takes plays off. He doesn't play hard throughout.
See,
it's the same reason why people say LeBron James isn't as good as MJ.
Well, I guess here's where that's debatable, right? Is that like, and again, I'm not taking away nothing from Ant because I've always liked Ant from when he was in high school. Yep. I respected the hell out of Ant for going to UGA when he could have went to Duke or one of these other big schools. You know, he made a point by going to UGA because he was trying to, be successful at a program and good. You know what I'm saying? But like on defense, Ant don't have to go hard on defense because he's got Jaden McDaniels, he's got Gobert. I mean, Luke again, no disrespect to Daniel Gayford.
And he got Mike Conley too.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, Luka's out here doing the Lord's work with some bums. Like, I just can't stress it enough.
He plays on one side of the field or the court. Excuse me.
I mean,
He
I don't
plays
know,
on
man.
one
His
side.
stat line, he be filling it up, and it ain't like Russell Westbrook. I'm gonna be honest.
Bro,
He-
Luka is literally 06 LeBron right now, man.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Who
Luka's
they
on
play in the next round?
trajectory.
Who they play in the
I
next
don't
round?
know. Well, they haven't won the series yet. I think that one's still going on.
Oh, right. They won last.
Because
Okay.
we know
Yeah, they won last night. They won
Yeah, they
last
blew
night.
the motherfuckers out
T-Wolves.
too. But it is the fucking Clippers. Let's just not act like the Clippers is the great team. Like I've been saying this shit for 3 years. The Clippers gonna clip every fucking time because
Clippers
Kyrie.
gonna clip.
So not Kyrie. Kawhi gonna find a way to get hurt conveniently in the playoffs all the time.
Yeah.
This is the
But,
thing.
I mean, so Debo said that it's Luka for him. I said SGA. Dre, Uncle Krys, whoever wants to go.
I'm gonna go and then I'm gonna dip.
Okay.
Like this is tough, man. Woo. I'd probably have to, not be biased, but I'd probably let Brunson go. Because I see shades of Melo in Brunson, a better Melo. When he on, man. He's really good he's a really good prolific scorer, facilitator. But when he off, man, bro, you better pray DiVincenzo hit shots. You better pray OG don't get hurt. You better pray Josh Hart ain't pissed off at his social media account. All those other guys like
I don't know,
Luka.
man. I feel like Brunson is like going above and beyond with that team.
I mean, no doubt. And then you gotta give credit where credit due with Tibbs. Tibbs is literally, and I remember you saying this like 5-6 years ago. Tibbs' offense is literally, we're gonna score 130 and they only gonna score 120. We're gonna win by 10.
Hey, he gonna run your team to the ground, but you gonna make the playoffs.
Absolutely, he gonna run your shit to the ground. That nigga's a slave driver, bro.
Bro, I think
your starting lineup gonna play all 48.
Them niggas gonna be tired of shit in the playoffs because they done play every fucking minute in the fucking regular season, dog.
minute.
Yeah, Brunson might be the only player in NBA history to play 70 minutes in a 48-minute game without overtime.
And nigga Tibbs do not believe in load management.
Hey, Coach Tibbs, I need a break. Break. You played.
You been on break for 30 seconds in this time now. What you talking?
Uncle Krys, who got to get the boot for you, bro? Which nephew got to get on out?
Man, I mean,
but I'm a roll, fellas. Thank y'all.
All right, bro.
All right, bro.
Yes,
later.
Oh, my man. Crody. What they say? What y'all call him? Crody? Is that the
Crody?
Crody.
Hey, Debo, I look forward to getting on your podcast the next time you drop yours, man.
No, absolutely, nigga. You coming on there? We gonna talk some shit.
Yeah. All right. I'll send you my rates. Bye.
All right, bro.
Dude, crazy.
Oh shit. Oh man, but one gotta go for me. I mean, I don't want to be biased and like use this from how I play the game and how I look at it or how I view it. But like how you said is like SGA gotta go. I don't like when you trying to look too fucking pretty on the court, my nigga. Like, bro, we ain't got time for that shit.
Hey, and this ain't got nothing. And that had nothing to do with my team just getting absolutely swept to the ground with them. Okay, like they swept us clean off the floor.
Bro, they young
but y'all was hurt though, bro. Y'all was hurt. Zion got hurt, dog.
Nah, bro, we lost game one. I knew it was a wrap for us. I was like, this is so.
Hey, at least y'all made it to the playoffs. My niggas got beat in the fucking 10th fucking in the fucking play-in for the 10th seed. Niggas fucking wild.
God damn. But yeah, man, it's like let's ball, bro. We here for a reason. We ain't here. I mean, of course you like how they say you look good, you feel good, you play good, however that saying go, whatever. But like, bro, in this 48 minutes, whatever this time being, bro, let's get down and dirty, my nigga. We don't need no style points to look cute. You trying to under clutch every layup or some shit
You
like
already
that.
made the
trying to
All-Star team, bro. What we
Well,
doing, man?
and don't get it
Yeah.
twisted. He's probably like a top 5 player in the league right
fantastic.
now. He's probably gonna be a first team All NBA.
Listen, and okay, I don't want to have hometown bias with this, but SGA made first team last year and literally had the same numbers that Trae Young had, and Trae Young couldn't get a vote. He got voted on the All-Star team. Trae Young was having a better year statistically than him, and so for me, players like SGA, because SGA isn't cocky. And this is why SGA gets the accolades that he gets. This is why people love him. I feel like, to be honest with you,
commercial needs to get off the air. But
say that again.
I said not everybody likes him right now because that commercial got to get off the air.
Right. But like
that song,
I feel like people
turn it off.
People give SGA the rub where they should be giving it to Trae, and then they don't. But that's because of the way Trae Young is viewed around the league, and he can't change that. And if he did, he would not be authentic to himself. That's why I fucks with Trae Young. But
No,
I do agree with y'all. SGA do be out here trying to be fancy and try to look pretty and shit. And it's just play just ball, bro. Just
my nigga, just ball, man. We know you can ball. We know you can ball. And look, it don't even matter. Like, you ain't even gotta say nothing, because at the end of the day, whatever time period you balling, your game gonna speak for itself, bro. You could be the champest nigga. You don't even have to have no swag out there, bro. But if you can ball, bro, that's all that matters. That's all that matters, bro.
I mean, this nigga made first team All-American last year. His team didn't even make the playoffs, but whatever.
And it's no shot to him, like, bro. He's a fantastic baller.
That's a shot, nigga. I'm shooting. That's a shot. Fuck that.
So we'll end it here. So it sounds like, I think, yeah, it was pretty.
SGA.
Yeah, SGA. I think won out, but
yeah.
You are now listening to the radio show.
I'm okay with Derek Carr because, you know, he white, but he a real ass nigga. Here's why.
You're listening to the radio show ATL on YouTube and all other podcast providers.
Random. Obviously, this is the segment of the show where 16 or Diva would rant. But now you're just stuck with us three. So I think we'll be very effective here with random.
I've been known to rant. I think I've had more edited rants on this show than the actual hosts of this show.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Nobody rants like you, bro.
I mean, I try not to have some crazy shit to happen. But sometimes, you know, the world be worlding and I can't help it. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like Debo addresses the serious issues though. And that's where I can respect it.
Yeah, like, you know what? Let me just start it off. You know what I'm saying? Let me just kick us off.
Speak your truth, brother. Speak your truth.
Black people, y'all gotta read, man. Y'all gotta fucking read, bro. Like, the famous saying, if you want to hide something from a black person, put it in a book, because y'all don't want to read. Fuck y'all don't want to read. Y'all don't even want to listen to a motherfucker when they just telling you the information straight up. It's terrible, bro. Now, I work in human resources, and we all know this, right? Some of y'all don't, some of y'all do. I specialize in leave of absence. Speaking of which, that's how I met your brother. He trained me. What happens when you go on a leave in a big corporation? Well, most of the time you either call the company itself or you call the vendor, and they tell you the shit that you need to know about your leave. What is a leave? It's when you get sick or you get hurt or somebody in your family get hurt. You can't come to work. So then you go on the leave of absence. They continue to pay you at a reduced rate. Sometimes it's the whole rate. And then you can be with your family, right? Every fucking day, I get a fucking email or a case about somebody not understanding what the fuck to do with their leave absence. Did you not listen to the motherfucker when they was telling you the shit over the phone? You had to pick up the fucking phone and call to say, I want to be on leave. And then they read you a script. You know why? Because we approved the fucking script. We tell them what to tell you, nigga. and then you don't listen, motherfucker. Like, what is we doing in the world? Like, even worse. Like, sometimes we give you the information in black and white in paper. All you gotta do is read, bitch. Y'all niggas don't even want to fucking read. Y'all niggas don't even want to fucking read the instructions on how to motherfucking cook fish sticks in the oven, nigga. Y'all don't want to read. Why? Why don't we want to read, bro? And I don't want to hear that. Oh, we was some slave shit. No, nigga, you know how to read now. There's been generations. Read. All you got to do is fucking open your eyes and interpret, motherfucker. This is what I was saying. I was saying this shit on Facebook earlier. A lot of y'all niggas didn't take the Iowa test of basic skills when y'all was in school. Y'all failed. I could tell, right? Y'all didn't do testing in grades K through fucking 6. Because y'all motherfuckers reading comprehension skills is fucking trash, nigga. Or you just didn't read. It's fucking terrible, bro. I'm so sick of this shit. I'm sick of answering the same question that your stupid ass didn't listen to the first time you called, nigga. What are we doing? I get it. That's my job, Debo. You supposed to do that shit. That is my job. Also, it's your job to know about your motherfucking situation. I can't depend on you to tell me about when to pay my rent, bitch. Oh, I know my rent is due on the 1st, nigga.
Fact.
I can't tell you I don't need you to tell me, Debo, you need to stop at that stop sign. Why? Because I read the motherfucker and it said stop, bitch, and I took my tests and I passed.
Dude,
I'm sick of it.
I could talk about that topic all day, and I think we should do something like that one day in my previous life as a manager, because
it's terrible, bro. It's just fucking terrible. Like, and I see it. I see what does everybody. I'm not gonna say everybody don't do it, but I see it more with our people, dog.
100%.
And that's the problem, bro.
100%.
Stop. Just read.
And don't even get me started on the timesheet and I forgot to submit my time.
No, you didn't. You just didn't want to.
Crazy.
You just didn't want to.
You absolutely crazy if you forget.
It's your money.
That's exactly, bro.
It's
you don't
your
want to
money.
get paid. My nigga.
We could go all day on that, but we'll say that for like another, I don't know, HR disaster show or something like that.
Absolutely. It was another one real quick. Women, in immortal words of Jimmy, keep going, shaking that ass. I'm gonna say it every week because I keep getting them on my feet, and it's so beautiful. I'm talking about this ass shaking and popping, it's dropping and locking. Looking, Lotto did one the other day. I was fucking mesmerized. Lotto, oof, baby.
Hey, in the spirit of that, I'm gonna go next.
Lotto's mama's thick too. I'm just saying that. Did y'all see Lotto's mama?
Yes.
She a snow bunny, but Jesus.
But in the spirit of shaking ass, I gotta jump in because this is what my random's about. Now, fellas, I ain't here to tell you what to do with your money, because I've seen y'all, cash apping hoes, $300, $400, $500. I've seen y'all do some really outlandish shit. But we gotta have a coming to Jesus meeting, because ain't no way y'all buying hoes appliances now.
Which appliances?
I seen a chick flexing on social media that a dude bought her some appliances from a Home Depot, bro.
You mean like stove? Oh, wait, are you talking about like blender or some shit like that?
No, I'm talking
coffee maker.
Photo of Home Depot truck backed up at her house, unloading stuff.
Like
talking about
stoves and fucking.
He furnishing a home.
He's furnishing. That ain't fucking appliance. That's furnishing shit.
No, I'm talking about like a refrigerator, like
Yeah,
shit.
no. I mean, I know it's classified as an appliance. That nigga furnishing her home, dog.
Right.
He trying to move
this
in.
is where I gotta step in and let y'all know y'all doing too much. I get it if that's your like long-term girlfriend, maybe that's your fiance, maybe you got her as your special friend in your obituary one day. But there's no way we should be buying 4-figure items for hoes. That's absolutely crazy to me.
For some pussy? Let's just keep it a buck. It's for the pussy.
That's crazy.
That's what it's for.
You could go to the strip club.
No, absolutely, and it's cheaper. It's cheaper by about one figure. Like you can buy pussy for $400. You can get pussy for $150 in the skeevy part of town. You know what I'm saying? If you really down bad, you can get pussy for $40.
I'm talking. Like I said, when I saw like the $500 screenshots on from Cash App, I was like, that's crazy. That's outlandish. It can't get worse than this. And then there's always somebody that one-ups it. This ain't even your girl, and you out here buying refrigerators?
Yeah, I don't listen.
Dishwashers?
And she had kids?
Probably.
Yes.
I done hit some bad ones on my day. I ain't gonna sit here and act like I'm just a stud, but I done hit some bad ones on my day. And I ain't gonna sit here and act like I haven't, paid a cell phone bill. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you need to pay that light bill. It's $150. I've sent $150 for a light bill, right? This is way back. But I ain't never, ever said, oh, I'm about to send you $500 for this. I ain't never paid a rent. I ain't never paid half of a rent.
Baby, you like that stove? All right, I got you.
Bro,
what about the refrigerator?
Imagine
you like that? Listen, you like that microwave? Because that's what I've been. We're gonna get you a bunch of We're gonna get you a bunch of Hot Pockets, bitch. I can get you this $80 microwave, and that's expensive.
And the most baffling part is like, you gotta get insurance policies for this shit. You gotta set up like the setup. Like you gotta call them and make sure that the shit's set up.
Payment plans? What?
I mean, yeah. If you really if you're doing that, if you ain't even paying straight cash for it,
financing is way crazy. Financing the pussy is crazy.
This nigga is furnishing and financing.
So
I mean, is it no different than niggas buying a bag for a bitch? Like if a bitch said, "I want this," because an Hermes bag is like 10 racks.
Yeah,
if you ain't my wife, you ain't getting no type of bag that much.
A Louis V bag, $650. Like I've seen niggas buy bitches bags, so it's like, is this not the next natural progression? I guess paying for land is next.
Oh, what?
Okay. That's where we got to stop it, because you are like, oh well, this is the normal trajectory. No, we need to stop the shit. We need a full stop.
It's never gonna stop, because women control the world. Like they don't think they do, but they do, right? Any woman can get any man to do anything. All you gotta do is find the right man. As long as they got what's in between their legs that we want so bad, we not gonna stop. Period.
Uncle Krys, I'll let you close out random, and then we'll do our.
Damn, Easy, you done fucked my night up with that one, dog. That's crazy.
Hey, look, I had to vent to somebody about it. That one was so bad, Debo. I made sure to put that in my notes because I wanted to make sure I brought that shit up tonight.
That's crazy.
It threw me off.
Shit, man, for my random. All right. We were kind of work related, just a bit. If you come to work, you know what your duties are. Don't ask your coworker to complete your duties so you can just wander off, fuck off, or whatever, or because you don't feel like it.
That's the quickest way to get fired.
Not only the quickest way to get fired, but that's another quick way to get cussed out, potentially swung on. Hey,
there's levels to this shit.
Absolutely, potentially swung on is absolutely the first thing I thought of, bro.
It's levels.
I'm about to hook off on this nigga.
If you see me working, doing what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing, nigga, don't come ask me to do some shit you supposed to be doing. Granted, you can ask me if I know how to do it and help you maybe, but don't be like, hey, do this for me. You could do this for me because I don't feel like doing this.
And it's the bluntness for me. It's the, you really, like, it's one thing to not give a fuck, but to not give a fuck so blatantly on the clock is crazy. Absolutely crazy.
It's not even that for me though, Easy. It's the fact that you asked me to do it. You had the gall to come out your mouth and ask me the straight up audacity to ask me to do your fucking work is crazy. Because like, what do you think I am? You think I'm a bitch? Because at this point, I think you think it's sweet over here. And like, to Chris's point, now I got to hook off on you because like, what kind of vibes am I giving off at the job that you feel so carte blanche to just say, hey, do this for me? I don't feel like, not like, hey, can you do this for me? I'm not feeling good. Oh, I got an emergency. I got a dip. Can you handle this for me? No, I don't feel like doing this.
Yeah.
So can you do this for me? Then you should just spit in my face because that's the amount of disrespect I'm feeling right now in this moment. And like, the only reason you ain't got your ass whooped is because I need this job.
I know Krys don't give off that. That to me is just somebody that just don't give a fuck.
Oh, for sure. Like, bro, like, come on. I'm a cool ass nigga. I'm a cool ass individual. I don't mind helping out if I can, if I'm able to, if I know how. Like, but hey, my nigga, I'm a different person outside of this place. Yeah.
Oh, what?
Tell him, Uncle Krys a way different person than Krys in the fucking job, buddy.
I'm a different person from outside of this vicinity here. Like, don't think
I tell people all the time. Don't confuse Aaron with Debo, nigga. Because Debo a different nigga, dog.
Like,
don't be taking Aaron lightly, because Debo can come out and wreck this motherfucker all day, nigga.
I got a family to provide for. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on. You might want to rethink shit. Reroute yourself right quick.
Yeah, you about to get fucking choke slamming this bitch, bro. What are you talking about?
That's crazy. So that was random. We didn't get too out of pocket, I don't think.
No.
It was a little mild. It was a little mild tonight, but like, it's just, hey, come on. Handle your candle if you got to, bro.
Man, fellas, get y'all shit together, bro. Ain't no way we going to Home Depot and we buying appliances.
I don't care how much money you got, bro. Like,
for women we not even married to. It's one thing if that's your baby mama or something, but come on, man. The kid's not even yours.
You furnishing a whole nother home for
the kid's not even yours. It's crazy.
A family that's not yours.
You are now listening to The Radio Show.
Easy, are you following all the quarantine rules?
Look, the governor's not listening, y'all. He's not a fan of this show. So, because I am following the rules, because if I wasn't, my girlfriend who lives in Mississippi would kill me otherwise. So, yes, I am following every rule.
Got it. So don't arm wrestle EZ anytime soon. Got you.
You're listening to the radio show ATL on YouTube and all other podcast providers.
Madness.
So that'll be it for this episode of the radio show. So I would be I could sit here and pretend like I know 16's whole spill and explain all the stuff that goes on. So what I'm gonna do is, here's all the information for the radio show, and that's our email and all this other stuff right here where 16's gonna have it. Yeah, and make sure you check us out, because every like and subscribe gets us another like and subscribe. So like and subscribe.
So like and subscribe, baby.
Make sure you check out Debo Show, My Black Friend. They are always putting out content.
Yeah, we just put a show out last week, actually. So go check that out.
There you go.
Go run them numbers up. Go run them
Debo,
numbers up.
My Black Friend's information right here.
So hold on, I'm gonna break some news with you right now. My boy Danny called me. WrestleMania is more than likely going to be in Las Vegas next year. We may, and this is for my black friend listeners, we might be opening up our Patreon again, which is like a lot of content coming out every week, because we might be trying to go to Las Vegas for WrestleMania next year.
Hey,
let's do it. Hey,
the talks are preliminary right now. If it's Vegas next year, we might be doing something. So, check out. We'll let you know. Listen out for the feed. Some shit might be popping off. I don't know. We don't know.
All right, and Debo's stuff is right here, wherever. Yeah. Debo's information, My Black Friend. Make sure y'all check him out.
Right there.
Uncle Krys, me and him, we do this show with our boy Jimmy and Tyler, who joined us earlier. Shout out Tyler, for jumping on with us. On the go, the Sports Authority. We had our draft show last week. 3 hours of content. Debo, thanks for hopping on with us. That was a great time.
It was painful.
You know, a priceless moment. Thanks to Debo with that number 8 pick. We'll never.
No, the
thank
devastation. I remember going back and looking at it. I know the devastation on my face was crazy, dog.
Yeah. I just that was a great time. So make sure to check us out on the go.
Also, 16 alongside myself and Big Debo.
That's right.
Loser leaves town.
Yep.
You know what?
We gotta do an episode. We ain't doing it in a couple of weeks. We gotta do an episode. I think we might have one coming up soon. So check it out. You know what I'm saying? Loser leaves town. We love that shit because we love wrestling. Wrestling is hot right now. It's everywhere. And so come listen to your boys talk some shit about wrestling. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. Y'all,
we are the work rate.
Y'all be talking some real good shit, really informative. So that's some good stuff. Make sure y'all check that out. 16 and I did an interview. Today's the 2nd. Yesterday we recorded an episode with Linnell Fletcher. Shout out to her. Pictures Worth 1,000 Words, sports podcast. Her and her twin sister do it. Women talking sports at a very dope, educated level. Make sure y'all check them out. She's got a new book, and it's The Survivor's Guide to New York. So she used to live in New York, so she talks about her time living there.
Nice.
Pros and cons of living there. It's a dope interview. That should be coming out soon. We say all that to say a shit ton of content coming out, guys. Make sure you check it out. We got all the information right here. And just check us out, man. That's all I got. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. Appreciate it. And we're out.
Wait, no, you can't get it like that. You gotta do the thing. Do the 16 thing. Okay, listen. We're not a radio show or some radio show. It's the radio show. ATL.
Yeah, there you
Come
go.
on, brother.
Yeah,
No show, Easy. What are we doing here?
Hey, I can't remember everything.
Big peace. Peace signs in the chat if y'all listening, watching, whatever. We out.
Before we go, I just want to say, Obsessed is a trash ass movie and Beyonce is a garbage ass fucking actor. These are facts. Shout out to Juicy K.
Hey, and on that note, can I take him home?
Please do, brother.
Hey, before we take y'all home, I just gotta let y'all know, if you ain't clean, you can't get in between. We're gonna take y'all home on that note. Peace.
They're not.
All right. So, wait, what you about to say, Dre?
I said, y'all want to laugh real fast? Hold on. Watch this.
Yeah, go for it.
How do I? Okay, hold on. Look at my avatar.
Oh, my God.
I'm old. I can't see that, man. I'm too old. I can't see it.
It's Brock Lesnar, bro. He's got to be stopped.
I mean, I fucks with it.
He's got to be stopped. We got Uncle Krys in the building, bro. So
I fucks with it.
What's up, gang?
We're going to go ahead and start it. So,